Hello and welcome back. As you can tell, I don't have much of a voice left. I'm pretty much coming to the end of my medication for my chest infection, and it's a lot better, but I'm still in recovery mode. I've just come for a little walk around in the forest and just to confirm the building site of my new bushcraft shelter. And in doing so, I've walked to the very extremity of the wood block I'm in, and I've come across the cairn that I didn't find on that last recce I did here, where I did a complete circular of the track or trackways in the area I'm going to be working. I'll just let you have a look what we found. Right, you can see a shallow rise in between those trees, and that's looking at it facing into a southerly direction. And you can see it a little bit better there. But it's the same as the other one I showed you last week, where it collapsed in on itself, the centre. Obviously the burial chamber bit is obviously completely collapsed. Come up round here. As you can see here, you can see where it's collapsed down. You can see the depression. But you can see it is higher than it actually looks. And there's the circle circumference coming around here, obviously to where I'm standing in Bracken. I'll walk back down here, you should be able to get a little bit better look. Right, whoop, we're not going out there. There, you can just make it out there. There's the ramps going up to make the cairn. That's the centre bit that's collapsed in on itself. So the bit of woodland I've chosen to build in has a little bit of a darker, more foreboding atmosphere than where I did my wild camp. I'm not too worried about that, but it does have that genuine atmosphere. It's got a little bit more of a darker feel to this piece of woodland. So I've concluded where I'm going to build, and as soon as I've got my full strength back, I should start the process of documenting that for you guys and myself. I'll let you have a look what I mean about it if it got that darker feel. Now I've got Bracken with me, and he's really squirrely. Every noise and sound he hears, he's standing to attention. He's really alert. But I'll bring you up around. Yeah, there are bigger trees in amongst this. It's got a slightly dark, dank kind of atmosphere to this little piece of woodland. I'm possibly going to use one of the sites which is on the edge of it. Bracken's pulling me along at a fair pace. He doesn't actually like it in this bit here. I know where he's going. He wants to go back over to the other bit. I don't know if you guys can feel it, but it does have a very, very different atmosphere from where I did the wild camp last week or the week before. Right, this is the location I think I will probably build. There's another one about 20 yards over there in that piece of woodland. I've got a lot of dead material on the floor I can work and build with. Plus there's an abundance of moss for roofing material. And there's a fair gap in the canopy. That means I'm going to get more sunlight back in that darker piece of forest. And there's a more uplifting feel about this little bit of woodland I'm in now, this part of it. So yeah, I think this will be where I build my new shelter. Well then guys, I'm on the track to head out of this woodland, and it's actually broke me. I've got no breath left and I've got sweat running down my back. I'm still in no fit condition to be doing anything of any sort of like physical activity outdoors. It was good to find that cairn and show you, and you could clearly see the difference in the type of woodland that's situated in and where I'm going to build. And there was a foreboding atmosphere around it, and I wouldn't want to build there, not just because of that, but simply out of respect to my ancestors. But it was good to come here and document it, because as we know, the world is changing, and the ancient history of the British Isles doesn't seem to be held in as high regard as what it used to be. In fact, you know, that seems to be the way that the modern world is going at the moment. So it was good to document it, just to have that, you know, on film. But you've seen the location I'm, you know, potentially going to build, or more than likely going to build, and there's definitely a better feel, more sunnier, lighter vibe about it. There will possibly be some crafting footage coming up before I'm well enough to get out and actually do all these physical activities, quite simply because I've got to get all my orders done before we head off to Portugal. And I do have, incidentally, another staff pretty much like the one I've just completed to do. So there may be some random footage of crafting and stick building going on before I get to the point I'm well enough to get out. So all that's left to be said is take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys on the trail when I'm better. Cheers.